is time. It is time to brew your best beer. The 2015 SJPORR Challenge is brought to you by the Grainbill Homebrew Supply, located in Red Lion, Pennsylvania. Brewers Exchange, operating in the U.S. and Canada. Finney's Homebrew Emporium, located in Bishopdale, Christchurch, New Zealand. And Omega Yeast, located in Chicago, Illinois.
Hello. It's Wednesday, more than halfway through the week, and it's time to drink some more beer, which is, well, clearly the best part of the day. What am I doing? I'm doing this one. This one. I think it's called Brown Fraga Tanga. It's difficult to read because the font on the bottle is, well, I find it difficult to read these funny fonts. Anyway, it's from Spain, which is really exciting. Obviously, to drink a beer from well outside of the UK, of course. Spain, fantastic. Everything on it is in Spanish, but I've had a quick go with Google Translate, and I've worked out it's American brown. It's got Nugget, Citra and Cascade, 4.9%, 35 IBU and 32 EBC or 3.2 EBC. Don't know. It looks good. I think it was bottled on the 25th of August. They've actually stamped it, which is a nice touch. And the label work is fab. Obviously, there can sometimes be a little bit heated debate on Facebook groups about, let's say, provocative labelling or pump clips and things like that. Let's just skirt around that issue because we're reviewing the beer, and it's clear that lots of effort has gone into this. I've done it again. I'm going to check if there is a profile sheet for this beer, and yeah, there is. Printer's already on, so I'm just going to print that and we will read all about it. Wait! That was the first page. There's the second. Where did that first one go? Oh, there it is on the floor. And the first page is completely blank, so that can go back in the printer. Excuse me for being horrendously unprofessional. So, yeah, here we go. Brew date 6th of August, bottle date 28th of August, and it's not. That's not what it says on there, but it's pretty close. I'm going to try and look at the screen. Let's do it like this. Original gravity 1050, final gravity 1014, which I'm trusting brings it out at 4.9. What have we got in here? Pale malt, Munich, a bit of black patent, a bit of carapils, a bit of wheat, a bit of flaked oats, a bit of crystal, and a bit more of lighter crystal, dark crystal and a light crystal. That's a complex grain bill. Compared to me, I normally only have 2, maybe 3, possibly even 4 grains in my grain bills. I'd like to try and keep things simple, but nothing wrong with that. Maybe this is a masterstroke, ladies and gentlemen. Hops, Nugget, Citra, Cascade. So what have we got? Oh, okay, not a lot. Well, Nugget at 60, Nugget at 30, Cascade at 20, Cascade at 15, Citra at 15, Cascade at 5, Citra at 5, and dry. This is confusing. Dry hop. 1 gram. 1 gram per litre. I was thinking it was just 1 gram of Cascade. That's not going to be much for dry hop. So 1 gram per litre of Cascade, 1 gram per litre of Citra for 4 days. So assuming it's a 20 litre batch, that's 40 grams of dry hop, which is getting close to what I would put in, I suppose. So there should be a good bit of Aroma. Local ingredients. Lanjaron or Lanjaron water from Granada. Is that Granada? Is that the same thing? Is it just spelled different in Spanish? Obviously in Spain. Yeast, USO5, fermented at 17C, so it should be a really nice clean yeast profile. Then he's secondaried it for 4 days at 14. It's been fined with gelatin at freezing. Okay, brewer's notes. It is the second version of silver medal in the Craft Beer Festivals competition in Madrid. Wow. I have decreased the OG and added a dry hop. The carbonation and clarification system were different too. The water in this recipe is very famous in Spain by the natural site and its SPA, obviously SPA. You can learn about it and there's a website, www.lanjaron.com. So, with that, it's high time we got this going. Using a fork tonight. Oh, a nice hiss there. There's a good bit of smoke. Getting a bit of hop off there. Not a great deal, but it's nice and cold. So let's have a look at this. Well, you can see it's nicely carved, so I'm going to just be a bit more gentle. Now, it's very well carved. Don't know if you can see the bubbles rising there. Yeah, you can see one too, I think. But the thing that hits me straight off the bat is what a great looking beer. Let's just... I think you can probably tell there. We've got a very, very, very clear beer. There are some particles in there floating about, and you can see them even not through the torch. But by and large, excuse me, come on, thank you. By and large, it's blooming good. Getting the citron cascade, nice and clear. Not really getting too much malt. That head has dissipated. It's down to probably about a finger now. The carbonation is still streaming up the glass. So let's give it a go. Now, I've tasted it. I'm just going to do this because for me the carbonation is just hiding a little something for me, so I'm just going to give it a quick, get some of that CO2 out. I like my beers fizzy, but for me that's just masking some of the flavours. I'm not getting any malts out of this, and I feel like I should do because it's quite a complex grain bill that this the brewer has put together. One moment. Carbonation. That's better. What am I thinking here? It's a Belgian pale malt. I don't know what Belgian pale malt is like. I'm guessing it's a 3.6 SRM, so it's not that different to an English pale malt in terms of the kind of roast. So I would expect a bit more of a malt backbone to this, I think. You know, there's lots of different malts in here. There's nothing bad about the malt. I just would have expected it to be a bit more prominent, I suppose, and I was hoping that it would come through a bit more after I'd whisked it. But it's almost like a lager. It's quite light. There's a nice hop profile. Not too much bitterness, but also not too much malt. There's a good hop aroma from the Citra and the Cascade. Local ingredient was the water. I'd have to do some research into that particular water to see if it was meant to be any good or not. But considering I don't practice my own water chemistry additions or you know, Burtonization process. I didn't really know what I was looking at. So, what can I say? I think it's a really nice, refreshing ale, which I guess is what you want in Spain. Hot summer nights, well, hot spring and autumn nights as well, I should think. But for a brown ale, it's very refreshing. Very nice beer. I can't detect any off flavours. I can't. I don't really have a bad word to say about it. And technically, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's really pleasant. If I had a pint of this in any pub, excuse me, I'd be really happy. But for me, it's, I don't know. There isn't that kind of sparkle or that the real highlights that you come from some of the beers that have been really good. But still, excellent beer. I can't really fault it, apart from perhaps a little bit too much carbonation. So well done, and cheers.